Hey everyone, George Stavrou here with today's video message. It's basically an excerpt from our book, The Stavrou Method, 12-week day-by-day guide to health, wellness, and fat loss for all levels. So we're looking at the preparatory phase with things over here. 2 weeks recovery prior to beginning the program. So before you begin the program, if you're currently working out, I'd like you to take about 2 weeks off from weight training of any kind. And you may be asking yourself, why the break? And here's the reason behind it. Many people involved with exercise are in a state of overtraining and do not realize it. In our quest to get in the best shape of our lives, we often overlook the importance of recovery. And don't worry, you won't shrivel up and die. The 14-day break will actually do your body a lot of good since you'll be allowing your body time to repair itself while giving your joints, tendons, and ligaments some time off. And additionally, the 2-week break from training will come in handy as there is a fair amount of preparation work involved prior to beginning the actual programs. So in the next video message I'm going to cover the checklist to ensure optimal results from your program. So one of the things I'd like you to do with our 2-week prep is clean up your diet. To start, I suggest that you try to clean up your diet as much as possible to prepare for the program from section B of our package. This means that you should try to cut down on soft drinks, snack foods, and processed foods such as flour and sugar. And also minimize caffeine and alcohol from your diet and eliminate cigarettes completely. By doing this, you'll make great improvements in your health and fitness levels. And a couple of other things, folks, before I sign off for today. So feel free to visit our website at www.thestavromethod.com. And at the bottom of the site, there's an opt-in form. When you fill that in, you're going to get access to 2 free incredible books on health and wellness. First one is How You Can Sculpt a Leaner, Healthier Body in 12 Weeks, a guide for beginners, which was the #1 bestseller on Amazon years ago. Second one is the bridge version of the Stavrou Method, 12-week day-by-day guide to health, wellness, and fat loss for all levels. And also, if you have any questions there that I can help you out along the lines of health and wellness, feel free to shoot me a message at george@thestavromethod.com. And the links to the website and my email will actually be in the description box below this video. Okay. Signing off for today, George Stavrou, President of the Stavrou Method. Hey everyone, George Stavrou here once again, and doing another excerpt from our book, The Stavrou Method, a 12-week day-by-day guide to health, wellness, and fat loss for all levels. So with today's message, I'm going to be covering medical clearance. Before beginning any exercise program, it's extremely important to consult with your family physician. I can't stress this enough. And generally speaking, if you answered no to all the questions on the Part Q, then you should be in reasonably good condition to begin an exercise program. This does not mean that you can go out and run a marathon this week or begin an intense weight training regimen suited for professional athletes, but it does mean that you should start off exercising with minimal resistance and gradually increase the intensity. Speak to a certified personal trainer regarding an appropriate program to follow. If you're unclear about the exercise regimen that you're on or plan on using, show your doctor what you intend to do. She can give you guidelines to follow to ensure that you minimize any risk of injury. And I consulted 2 of my family physicians, Dr. Mauro Di Pasquale and Dr. Larry Baker, for their feedback on what's involved in seeing one's physician prior to starting an exercise program. It's broken down to 3 sections: information gathering, complete physical, and various test orders. So information gathering, the doctors gather information of any symptoms you may be aware of, your current medical history, any problems you've been diagnosed with, and medication you've been taking. Your physician also looks at past medical history. That is significant if you're starting an exercise program as laid out in this package. Family history may indicate you're genetically programmed to develop something in the future. Complete physical. Complete physical involves the following: checking every part of the body: eyes, ears, throat, mouth, looking at blood pressure, abdomen, and all vital organs, back and extremities for any signs of a disease process and or abnormalities. Average blood pressure is 120/80, and maximal blood pressure is 135/185, or as low as 100/70. Heart rate is between 60 and 82. Outside those ranges could mean nervousness about being at the doctor, white coat syndrome, or a disease. And various test orders. So generally the tests are individualized for the patient, but there's some common ones. For example, an electrocardiogram is ordered for those over 40. If there's a history of smoking or exposure to environmental pollutants, say a minor, or you live on a farm, then they get a pulmonary function test. There are a large series of tests to choose from depending on the patient. Certain tests are more relevant, from saliva but the vast majority of diseases can be diagnosed through the blood. And I'm actually going to have a link to the different tests to a PDF that's going to be in the description box below this video as well. So I would suggest printing out a copy of this, taking it to your physician, and getting his or her feedback on what tests to incorporate based on your particular needs and say your genetic history. And once again, George Stavrou here from the Stavrou Method. Encourage you to visit our website, www.thestavrou.com, and fill in the opt-in form at the bottom of the site to get your hands on 2 incredibly cool ebooks on health and wellness. How you can sculpt a leaner, healthier body in 12 weeks, a guide for beginners, which is the #1 bestseller on Amazon, and also the abridged version of the Stavrou Method, 12-week day-by-day guide to health, wellness, and fat loss for all levels. Any questions I can help you out along the areas of health and wellness, feel free to shoot me an email, george@thestavrou.com. Okay, signing off for today, George, President of the Stavrou Method, and wishing you guys the best in your health and wellness endeavors. Bye for now.